Avengers, assemble. Welcome back to Sanders Presents. I'm Greg, and if you're enjoying the content we're producing, please consider following that link in the description below to assemble with us on Patreon and sponsor our channel by becoming an Avenger today. We have two tiers available, a $3 tier and a $5 tier. At that $5 tier, become an Avenger Premium member, and your name is added to our Avenger Memorial Hall of Fame along with these other lovely people. I want to thank my Avenger Premium sponsors. I hope you're enjoying the comics. And to all of my Avengers, thank you so much for your sponsorship, your support, and for making the content of this channel possible. Thank you. So it's another question. It's another topic that we're getting prepared for, and we're interested in the responses. We're interested in the conversation that is generated from questions like this. Now, as always, again, the topic reveals it all. The headline, the title of the video, you're pretty much in the clear and you know what to expect. But I always want to lay down some ground rules and just some reasonable expectations. Obviously, honesty and transparency is the goal here. It's what we thrive on. It's what this channel is built on, and of course, we cultivate it among our community. And now, of course, I'll be completely honest, this was spurred on by several questions and comments from our viewers, and so I want to take it further, and I want to start getting an idea from the community, from direct engagement, from active players. So we are, of course, taking a standard. The topic of this video is based on the concept that you have spent real money in the marketplace. This is not about whether or not you've purchased Marvel's Avengers, or anything like that. This is strictly about your marketplace purchases. Okay? I want to be very clear. If you are against the marketplace, if you hate that the marketplace is supported, this doesn't really cover any of that. This isn't that kind of discussion. This isn't that kind of topic. This is literally and directly about your marketplace engagement, your engagement with the developers' content that they're producing and that they're uploading to the marketplace every week, and what drives you to make those purchases. So there's MCU costumes. There's comic book inspired costumes. Anything exclusive to the marketplace that requires you to spend real cash money to acquire. That is specifically what we're talking about. You have to have spent real money in the marketplace. This is not about shipments or units or anything like that. This is about costumes that you purchased with your money. Now, the basic question of this topic, if you're willing to share it, how much have you spent in the Avengers marketplace? That is the simplest question to start with. How much have you spent in the Avengers marketplace? How much more are you expecting yourself to spend? What's your line of thought? How do you reach conclusion when you come to spend something? Okay, it's an MCU costume. I want that. Oh, I want this new costume design. I'm going to get that. Oh, this is just a recolor of something I already have. I don't want that. What's your parameter? You know, what's your lines? Do you have lines? Do you purchase everything that comes to the marketplace? And if so, again, how much have you spent? Do you only purchase MCU costumes, or do you only purchase certain characters? All these different questions from your mindset, your perspective, your player perspective. I want to know it. What is your level of engagement? When does Crystal Dynamics get your money? Do they only get it for the MCU costumes? Do they get it for comic book inspired costumes? Do they get it for recolors? What do they get? When do they have your engagement? And why do they have your engagement? And again, how much have you spent on it? And I also want to know, in terms of a fork in the road, have you spent across consoles? That is to say, do you have purchases? Do you have Marvel's Avengers on multiple devices? Which again is Microsoft PC, Steam PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Okay? And Stadia. I'll list Stadia because it's available on Stadia, but no one's using fucking Stadia. Anyway, the point still stands. If you have it on PlayStation and PC, are you buying cosmetics on both? And again, how much have you spent on the PC version? How much have you spent on the console version? How much are you spending between those? What's it divided into, and then what's your total amount? All these things I want to know. So again, this is a really involved question in terms of marketplace and in terms of you spending on this game, in terms of how much you spend on this game, strictly in the marketplace. And again, across consoles, I want to know that as well. I want to know if you're rebuying, if you have an outfit on PlayStation, are you rebuying it if you have it on another device? I want to know all of these things. And again, transparency, honesty, that's what's important here. Your level of engagement. This is all about focus testing and driving future discussions, because again, I'm working on a topic here. I've got things going. There is a through line here that I want to kind of follow through on, but it's about community engagement. And again, I want to really make this clear: honesty and transparency. So I hope you can answer all those questions. Get into the comments, be as specific as you possibly can. Like I said, what is driving you? What are your factors? When does Crystal Dynamics engage you? When do you want to spend money? When do you not want to spend money? What are you spending the money on? MCU and comic inspired? Just MCU, just comic? Are you also buying the recolors? I want to know all of this. So share it. And then I want to know how much you spent. And I want to know which console you spend it on. And then I want to know if you have it on multiple devices, if you're rebuying certain things. I want to know all of it. Now, with that all out of the way, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. To my Avengers, thank you so much for your sponsorship and your support. And if you are willing and able, please consider following that link in the description below to assemble with us on Patreon and become an Avenger today and sponsor Sanders Presents. Thank you for considering. And while you're down there, please also join our Discord community. We have an amazing community and would love to have you. Finally, again, while you're down there in the description below, we have a link to my debut novel, 89 Instrument of Destruction. It is available now on Amazon. You can follow that link and purchase it today. Please consider, before you leave, liking this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and consider sharing our content with your friends. It all helps immensely with YouTube's analytics and algorithms. I've also heard it's a great thing to play during foreplay. Above all else, and most importantly, stay safe, take care of others, and have a marvelous day. Bye, everyone.